Hello and welcome to Power Ranking, a show where you, the fans, get to vote on your favorite things in video games, movies, TV, and whatever else the internet is excited about. Of course, we just saw the PS5 Reveal Event a few days ago, and there were so many huge reveals. We saw a bunch of new games announced by PlayStation for the PS5, and we finally got a look at the PS5 console itself. Based on IGN audience interest on our site, there were 5 reveals in particular that stood above the rest, so we took those 5 and pulled across multiple IGN platforms to scientifically determine once and for all which of them was the IGN audience's favorite PS5 Reveal Event reveal, and over 790,000 of you voted. Here are your results. In 5th place with 68,455 votes is the Demon's Souls remake. Craig Cobain on YouTube says, Demon's Souls remake for sure. I've been waiting for a remaster for years, and for those of you who maybe haven't played Demon's Souls but were really big fans of any other Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro games, in the Soulsborne genre, Demon's Souls was sort of the start of this modern era of Soulsborne games. It was on the PS3, it was a beloved cult classic but didn't quite have the success that Dark Souls did, but now it will have a chance to live again on the PS5 with a new version from Bluepoint Games. In 4th place with 105,231 votes is Horizon Forbidden West. It's not called Horizon 1 Dawn, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, Horizon 2 1 Dawn, Horizon Zero Eclipse. No, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to the 2017 hit PS4 exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn. This was made by Guerrilla Games, who had previously been working on the Killzone franchise, but it was such a huge success. It's one of the biggest new franchises on the PS4, and so it's no surprise that it has a new life on the PS5. Ravensbug on YouTube says, Horizon Forbidden West, so excited for this game and getting to play as Aloy again. And yes, Aloy, the protagonist of the first game, is clearly back for this new game, which will take us to many new locations, introduce giant new enemy robots to fight, and it looks extremely pretty. In 3rd place with 117,895 votes is Resident Evil 8. Now this one will be multi-platform, it's also coming to PC and the Xbox Series X, but its debut was during this PS5 Reveal Event, and it showed a return to the first-person gameplay style of Resident Evil 7, which has been missing from Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, but seems like a return to form for what so many people loved from the 7th iteration of the series. It wasn't the 7th, it was like the 20th. That's all I have to say about Resident Evil 7. But what about Resident Evil 8? Werewolves, a mansion, Chris Redfield, a spooky forest. It all looks very cool and all looks extremely like my shit. In 2nd place with 121,434 votes was the actual hardware design reveal of the PlayStation 5. This is the first time we got to see the PS5 console, and we actually saw 2 different iterations, the PS5 regular console, which has a disc drive, and the PS5 digital edition, which doesn't. It looks slightly slimmer, but this is definitely a departure from the PS4's design and really any PlayStation before it. It's been compared to a room fan, a router, that giant tower from The Lord of the Rings, but whatever you have thought of the design, it has definitely been something we've all been talking a lot about, so it's no surprise it ended up at 2nd place. And finally, at the top of the heap, your favorite reveal from the PS5 Games event with 379,383 votes, as voted by you, the audience at home, is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. This was the opening game aside from that GTA 5 reveal, because of course GTA 5 is going to be on the new consoles, but this was the first exclusive PS5 game from Sony first-party studios that was shown at the event. It was a huge unexpected surprise for a lot of us who maybe thought a Ratchet & Clank game was coming, and we also got that. The reveal trailer, of course, showed off that Miles Morales will be the protagonist of this game, and if you played the original Marvel Spider-Man on PS4, and a lot of people have because it sold quite a few copies, it's no surprise that he is now taking the playable role, and a lot of us, myself included, cannot wait for this new adventure. Of course, there's been some debate about whether or not it's a sequel, a new game, an expansion, a remaster, whatnot. So far, Sony has said there will be more to show about it, of course, because it is coming out this year, but we did get word that it is a new standalone adventure. So congratulations to Miles Morales with about 40% of the total votes. That was the #1 pick with our audience. And Guacamole Gyllenhaal, that is a great name, I assume you're Jake's younger brother, on YouTube said, Spider-Man Miles Morales, nice to see another alternate Spidey be playable. Last time we played as another Spidey was 2011, and yeah, we've been playing as Peter Parker for quite some time. And given how big the past few years have been for Miles Morales with the amazing Spider-Verse movie, the new comics runs, everything, it's no surprise, and it is a long overdue new playable adventure for Miles. I can't wait to jump in later this year. Of course, there were a ton of other great suggestions because there were so many reveals during the showcase. Like this one from Zigzag Zegzig on YouTube, who says, Ratchet & Clank, and it ain't even close. That's my childhood. And yes, for me too, it was so exciting to see that Ratchet & Clank is coming back. Of course, also developed by Insomniac, who's making the Spider-Man game. They're the most recent first-party studio for Sony. They've clearly been pretty busy. Meanwhile, Carolinian Farmer on YouTube says, Little Devil Inside got my attention. I liked the glimpses of humor that were in the teaser. If you missed this poll, I'm sorry, it's too bad. You were probably rewatching the conference like I was. It was a very exciting, it packed, so much happened in that hour. You probably had to go rewatch it, so I'm sorry you couldn't vote in this poll, but luckily you can still go do your part and get yourself on these IGN platforms to vote in the next poll right now because there are no redos. But is there anything we left off the list that should have been number one? Do you agree or disagree with the results of this ranking? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, keep it locked to IGN.